Today we're gonna go to the Wild Wild West. No, something not as funny. The good old Wild Wild West. Evening sun, campfire songs. Yeah, we're gonna need to talk about this. For those of you who don't know who Sublime was, here are the cliff notes. 3 guys meet and form a band, they get a record deal, get a bigger fan base after 2 studio albums, and just when they're about to achieve mainstream success, the lead singer Brad Noel died of a drug overdose in 1996, with the band dissolving soon afterwards. I said the band dissolved soon afterwards. Now I understand that you guys want to pay tribute to your bandmate, I get that. He was obviously a huge part of what you guys were doing up to that point. But with that out of the way, this was not a good idea. Do you think that putting a ghost of him in your video would help things? It doesn't. It only makes things a little bit more uncomfortable. It's also jarring to be reminded of your dead bandmate while cartoon slapstick is displayed, and soon afterwards, Brad's ghost is playing with the band. It's like, oh, there was a ghost of someone who died. Let's put in some really awkward slapstick straight out of a later Mel Brooks film. Oh, and let's also get the always humorous Tiny on board. It's not like you could have gotten actors to be a part of your video and the band could be included through archive footage. It's not so much as I'm offended at this, then, well, at this point not much time has passed between this and Brad's death. I mean, granted, I had a problem with the Tupac projection, but then again, it was an insult to his legacy a decade after his death. None of your fans are going to be offended if your singer dies and can't be in your video. They'll be offended if you replace him and add plus Rome to your name. Even worse when one of your original members left, adding he doesn't like half of the songs from your new album. But we're not here to talk about the awkwardness of the video. We're here to talk about the awkward video. And that was how he turned into a ghost. Well, Mel Brooks was wrong. Having a black sheriff doesn't always work in the westerns. Let's just hope no one will make this guy a cop, or an Egyptian guard, or president. Word of advice. If a dangerous man is yelling at you, don't go into the nearest building. And if the dangerous man is following you into the nearest building, don't go on stage and play your instruments where the dangerous man can see you. Why do you need the dog's help? You're playing Go Fish. But it's not gonna matter if you win. He's not gonna give you his money. Also, he's gonna take your bike. Well, this band is playing with a ghost, so clearly these guys are into witchcraft. Well, this is what you get for not giving Devo his $200 on time. Well, you got cheated out of a poker game, so it makes complete sense that you would go after the band. Okay, I don't want to know the relationship between the dog and the woman. I'm just going to assume it's private, and it starts with the letter B. Well, Brad is a ghost. He can possess Tiny. If Patrick Swayze could do that for the love of his girlfriend, Brad could totally do that for the love of his bandmates and his dog. Best ending to 101 Dalmatians ever. If this were any more dumb, someone would have given him a piece of paper, and then he would realize that there was nothing he could do about anything. Is there anyone else besides the dog that could see the forced ghost of their fallen bandmate playing guitar? Well, this isn't a bad video, it's just really, really uncomfortable to watch. And that's the word for this video, uncomfortable. I have never felt this way about any video I've looked on the show, or any music video ever. This video does have heart to it, I get it. There will always be camaraderie between the 4 of them, yes, I'm including the dog, and I'm all for it. But there will be some things that will be weird to put in the video, especially something as haunting as a ghost of your recently deceased bandmate. Again, this video isn't bad, but I just can't watch it when there will always be a tear-jerking elephant in the room that reminds me of the Force Ghost of the Return of the Jedi. Well, that music video was uncomfortably sad and awkward. Now next week is the season finale.
So I'm going to have to come up with a lot more jokes than this. Maybe a Michael Jackson video that no one has ever made fun of.
You gotta rock.